national anthem. Cameroon, who of course qualified for the quarterfinals 20 years ago, won't happen this year. They're effectively out of the competition, and Holland chasing top spot as we hear the national anthem of the Netherlands.
And now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
A sea of tangerine shirts here in this wonderful venue. The Greenpoint Stadium in Cape Town greets the Netherlands national anthem there. And without further ado, let's bring you the team news. Holland with a pretty strong side. There was plenty of speculation that Bert van Marwijk, the Dutch coach, was going to rest several key players, but he wants to go through winning the group on maximum points quite clearly. And the lineup is as follows. In goal, Stekelenburg, the Ajax goalkeeper. From right to left across the back, Boularouz, Heitinga, the Everton man, Matthewson and Van Bronckhorst. Two men in front, Nigel de Jong of Manchester City and Van Bommel. And then three men pushing forward, Van der Vaart, Schneider and Kout, with Van Persie up front as the out-and-out striker, the Arsenal man, who incidentally is on a yellow card. So is Nigel de Jong, and yet still the coach has selected both those players. For Cameroon, under Paul Le Guen, the former Rangers manager, Hamidou is in goal. Across the back, Gitap and Bia and Kulu and Asua Koto, the Tottenham man. Four-man midfield of McCown, Song and Guemo and Bong. And up front, Etu, the skipper from Inter Milan, and Choupo Moting is alongside him up front. It's all set up nicely. Holland desperate to go through as group winners on maximum points. Ray, what about the fact that you've got De Jong and Van Persie sat on yellow cards, and yet they start this game tonight?
Yeah, they can watch themselves. You know, we all know what Van Persie's like. Sometimes he loses his rag a little bit and can put some tackles in to get yellow cards. And when the referees have been, not very lenient on this tournament, they've really handed the yellow cards out if needed be. So they've got to watch themselves. But I'm sure Robin knows. They're looking at top of the group and a trip to Slovakia. So Slovakia is a great draw for them, really. Them beating Italy today was a major shock. And they fancy their chances, but it's all about they're putting their strongest side out, maybe without Robin, but they're putting a very good strong side out, and if they can play the way they have been, I can fancy the Dutch tonight, definitely. Yep, Ian Robben, by the way, is on the bench today. There's two players in the Cameroon squad who are out of contention through suspension. Ayong, the number 18, and Manjek, the number 20. Both players out through suspension, as we say. A reminder of the results so far for Cameroon: a 1-0 defeat at the hands of Japan and a 2-1 defeat at the hands of Denmark, with Samuel Eto'o scoring their only goal of the tournament so far. Holland, a 2-0 win over Denmark with Daniel Agger's own goal and Dirk Kuyt, plenty of Liverpool influence in that one, and a 1-0 win against Japan with the one and only Wesley Sneijder scoring the goal on that occasion for Holland. So it's all set up nicely then. Cameroon against the Netherlands. The whole game's live here on Talksport's DAB digital radio platform. Should Holland go on and win the group as we expect them to, as Ray Parlour mentioned a few moments ago, it will be Slovakia in the round of 16. That will be in Durban on Monday. The Netherlands go into this match on a run of 21 unbeaten international matches, 16 wins, and they haven't lost a group stage match in the FIFA World Cup since 1994. So they've got a proud record to uphold here, the Netherlands. Yeah, without doubt. And, you look at Cameroon's record as well. I don't think they've won a game for 9 games now. So they're in a poor run of form. They don't look the side they were. They've got good players in their side. We all know about Etu and Alex Song, who's at Arsenal. Jeremy, right back. So they've got good players, but they just haven't got it together. Whether they're not playing as a team, You know, Etu now is playing up top, which is his major position. I saw him on the right-hand side against Japan, didn't work out at all. So, you know, they want to go out with a little bit of pride. They know they're out. It's a massive game. It's still a big game in African football. And if Cameroon can beat a side like the Dutch, you know, they've gone out in style, really.
And if you want to listen to commentary of Japan against Denmark in the FIFA World Cup 2010 South Africa, then you can tune to our medium wave 1089 and 10:53 a.m. But here on DAB Digital Radio, we're about to get underway on Talksport between Cameroon and the Netherlands. Ray Parlour alongside me, Nigel Pearson. You're very welcome. It's good to have you with us. And Cameroon getting us underway from left to right in the green shirts, red shorts and yellow socks, up against the Netherlands, who are playing in their white shirts tonight with blue shorts and white socks. And already Cameroon away on the left-hand side have given away a throw-in to the Netherlands, which Boularus is going to take. Square inside towards Matthewson. He, of course, in the centre of defence, plays for Hamburg in Germany. He's got the ball back again now. The Netherlands starting deep, left-footed, launching it forward towards Schneider, but in for a challenge there was Song for Cameroon. They pick the ball up now and go wider, and Nguemo, who we thought may start in the middle, but he's playing wider on the right-hand side now. The ball's on the overlap for G-Tap. He plays it forward towards the byline, and Cameroon already whipping a ball in from Moting, and it's whipped clear on that occasion. Van Bronckhorst was there, Van der Vaart was there as well, and he's got the ball forward towards the halfway line. Holland will start again with Mark van Bommel. What will he do with this now as he dinks it forward towards Schneider, down the middle, and Van Persie is there in the middle as well, looking for plenty of possession here, but Cameroon have got the ball back already in the first minute of the game. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of the FIFA World Cup South Africa 2010. Cameroon starting deep in their own half, and Kulu now plays the ball short towards Nguemo, and now it's out towards McCown. Who can forget the 1990 World Cup, Ray, when the Cameroons, Roger Miller with a celebration. Brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, the old corner flag, a little dance. Fantastic. They had a really, decent side then.
I don't know about you, Ray. That was the World Cup for me. When you see a nation like Cameroon, that was the World Cup 20 years ago, which really emphasised to me that this is now a worldwide game.
No, without doubt. That was a big shock of the tournament, really, Cameroon. There was a very good side. Roger Miller, scoring the goals for Cameroon. It's got that sort of player there in this team, in there too. He's a renowned goal scorer. And I'm expecting him to have a right go tonight. Got nothing to lose now. Let's go out, attacking football, let's try to score some goals, and that's why I think it might be an open game tonight. Schneider's
trying to get Van Persie away, but just had too much purchase on the ball. Hamidou has played the ball short towards the left-hand side, and Bong brings the ball away up towards the halfway line. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0. Live on Talksport DAB Digital Radio. Jean McCown now moves forward for Cameroon, plays for Lyon in the French League, moves forward now towards Choupo-Moting, who plays the ball out wide to the left-hand side. Bong will come forward again, level with the edge of the penalty area. Some decent defending there, though, by Khalid Boularus, who's going to bring the ball clear now here for the Netherlands. Boularus, who plays for Stuttgart now these days. Plenty of experience at 28 years of age, his 30th cap tonight for Boularus. It's a steady, slow start to this game, and Van Bronckhorst is going to bring the ball square again, as Holland have plenty of time on the ball. As you say, Ray, you expect Cameroon to have a real go, and the Netherlands, they'll just be happy to just come away with this unscathed. As we say, those two yellow cards, De Jong and Van Persie, you want to see them clear, as now the Netherlands come clear again. Schneider plays the ball square for Van Persie. He goes down. He was saying that he was fouled by Suakoto. Bit of an Arsenal-Spurs rivalry there in the World Cup, but the referee waves play on.
Yeah, just surprised Schneider passed it back there. He's running through 18 yards out. You're thinking, strike he's got on him. He's only got he's run another couple of yards and have a go himself, but he managed to pass it, and Van Persie looked like he got taken out a little bit, but referee was right on the spot again, said play on. But, you look at the Dutch, and you've got some good quality going forward in Schneider, Van Persie. It's a good opportunity. I'm sure Van Persie wants to get on his score sheet as well. Coutts on it, Schneider's on it. I'm sure Van Persie wants to get on it.
Cameroon coming forward with a powerful left-footed shot already in the early stages of this match. It was a decent opening for Stefan Mbia, and the save was made by the keeper for Holland, Stekelenburg, who was forced down to grab that on the edge of his 6-yard area.
Yeah, nice save from the keeper, right at him. but good early shot from Cameroon, had a go. But, I'm expecting lots and lots of goal opportunities here and chances because, when you've got a team who's not playing for nothing, it's not going to be nerve-wracking. They might as well go out there. I'm sure the manager, Paul Le Guen, said, look, go out there, express yourself, let's go on a high. We've still got lots and lots of supporters here who support us through. Maybe we let them down a little bit. Let's go out on a high and beat one of the best teams in Europe. And I'm sure that's what they want to try and do. But that's where it might fall into the Dutch hands, when they want to push the players forward. The Dutch are very good at picking people off and on the breaks with the players they've got up front.
Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0, live on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage. A reminder tonight, if you want commentary of Japan against Denmark in the defining game in this group, then you should switch to our medium wave platform 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Right now, Holland are on the attack on the left-hand side of play, moving forward with Nguemo making the foul on Van der Vaart, and the free kick is taken very quickly. And Van der Vaart again was looking for it there. Ball's down the middle now. They were trying to unleash Van Persie, but Cameroon are able to win the ball back on this near side. McCown has forced the ball off Van Bommel, and it's going to be a throw-in on this near side for Cameroon. Paul Le Guen, of course, who had that pretty ill-fated spell at Rangers. It was 2007 when he left by mutual consent. Not exactly the most popular manager to go down in Glasgow Rangers history.
Not at all. I think he had a bit of a nightmare there, didn't he?
Yeah.
And, they couldn't wait to get rid of him in the end, but now he's at Cameroon. The run of form is not in the best here as well, but you look at it and look at the Dutch line-up, the way they line. They always play with two holding midfield players in De Jong and Van Bommel. We're just going to sit in there, very, very similar to the Brazilians. They got Melo and Gilberto Silva, and they want to get the fullbacks forward. Van Bronckhorst likes to hit forward. He's got a good left foot on him. I played with him at Arsenal, so I know about his left foot. He's got a great left foot delivery. They're very attacking, but also they've got a lot of steel in there as well, Holland, if they do break down.
Van Bronckhorst now plays for Feyenoord in his home country, and Holland have just won the ball back. Ball's on the halfway line now, and Van Persie playing very deep. Plays the ball short for Dirk Kuyt of Liverpool. This is really the first time we've seen Dirk Kuyt in the action tonight. And the ball's played out for Van der Vaart, and now out wide to the left-hand side, and Van Bronckhorst again. He plays it back inside to Van der Vaart. The ball's midway inside the Cameroon half. And Holland have just, seen Wesley Sneijder tried to pass the ball away to his left, and it's gone straight out of play. And it's a throw-in now to Cameroon on this near side. It's 0-0 between Cameroon and the Netherlands. 7 minutes gone.
Yeah, it's one of them where Sneijder just tried, stretching, just got a little nudge of the Cameroon defender, went down, but, it was a bad pass in the end. But again, a little bit cagey. I really thought Cameroon would be a little bit more direct with the players, as I said before, nothing to lose. The Dutch will be very happy how it's going at the moment. They needed a point to come top of the group. Not use too much energy, if you like. Try and save themselves if they can. And watch these tackles as well, because we just see one go in there, Sneijder. We don't want no injuries or to any player on the Dutch side.
Absolutely. Samuel Eto'o has just gone down. The foul committed by Johnny Heitinga of Everton. And Eto'o not too impressed by that challenge, the Inter Milan man. Heitinga just caught the back of his leg. We see some wonderful replays on our monitors here in our commentary position that FIFA provide us. And that was a great view of that challenge. But thankfully Eto'o's up and about and ready for more action. Denmark 0, Japan 0 is the score in the other game tonight. Now Cameroon whipped the free kick towards the edge of the penalty area and returned back towards the Cameroon half with Nicholas Nkolu, who plays the ball out square to McCown. Now he's going to launch it towards the edge of the penalty area. Aim for Eto'o again, but it just trickles through to Stekelenburg, the Dutch goalkeeper for Ajax. 29 caps before tonight, and the ball's running through for Van Persie. And I think the Cameroons were left a little bit short of pace there.
There's a good ball from Dirk Kuyt, whether it was meant to be for him, but he pushed him through, and Van Persie was onto it. And very unlucky there. Very unlucky not to get on the end. The keeper was very alive as well.
Now Cameroon moving forward with Nkolu on the right-hand side. Puts it to G-Tap on the overlap now. A cagey start from both sides. Maybe Cameroon will become more attacking as the night goes on. That's if the Netherlands will allow them to, of course. And now the ball's moving forward at pace with Moting. He plays the ball square inside now for McCown. McCown, centre of the park, moves down the middle, midway inside the Netherlands half. Plays the ball out wide, aiming there towards G-tap, and unfortunately his first touch lets him down to the extent that he goes straight out of play.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying there.
No.
It was the first touch, which just span off his foot, and as he tried to recover it, and you see, the anguish of Paul Le Guen down on the touchline. He wasn't too happy about that, but decent play from Cameroon. They're looking quite confident as team has lost 9 games in a row. Looking quite confident in their build-up play, but just need a couple of opportunities now.
Netherlands looking to become the second team of this tournament to win all 3 group games. 4 teams did that last time out in 06 in Germany, Portugal, Brazil and Spain. But the Netherlands looking to become the second team to do that. It's a free kick to Cameroon though, wide on the right hand side, whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard area and punched clear by the keeper, only as far as the left hand side, and it's going to be whipped in here from Bong on the left hand side of play, and it's cannoned off a Dutch player, and it's going to be a corner to Cameroon away on that far side. This is decent and much better from Cameroon. Stekelenburg had to punch the ball away.
Yeah, Stekelenburg, there was a good punch there. He got it clear. Ekoto was onto it like a shot.
And now the ball's whipped into the penalty area. A header from the edge of the 6-yard area from De Jong was poor. It lacked any direction, and Stefan Mbeer right on the far side can't keep the ball in play. The cross was whipped in by Asu Ekoto, and the header was made there wide, lacked direction, and it's gone out of play for a throw-in on this near side, and Van Bronckhorst is going to take it.
Yeah, quick thinking Cameroon. No early corner, short one. No one's marking Ekoto. He got in a great position, but the ball wasn't good enough, and the Cameroon striker was always stretching there, and but decent chance.
Certainly was, and it's still 0-0 between Denmark and Japan. You're listening to Cameroon versus Holland on Talksport with lowcostholidays.com. Now anyone can go anywhere. Ball's on the halfway line, just inside the Netherlands half now. Rafael van der Vaart plays the ball all the way back towards Van Bronckhorst now. Left-footed, chips the ball forward, but there's too much pace on that. That's disappointing as Hamidou is able to grab the ball for Cameroon away to our left. And the keeper, who plays for Kaisersport, 44th cap tonight for Cameroon. And now the ball's all the way back towards Nkolo for Cameroon, deep inside their own half. They played square for Mbeer. Mbeer now moving forward towards the halfway line, and again a lack of direction with the ball forward, aiming there for Samuel Eto'o, and it's just got too much on it, and it's just struck the corner flag now and has gone out for a throw-in on that far side. But that was poor once again.
Really poor pass, I think Eto'o put his hand up. I don't know if he said, well, he went to spin and then he went short again, and but it's a real poor pass, and you can see why they're not playing with confidence, Cameroon. Tonight they've got nothing to lose, and they're still putting bad balls, picking the wrong decisions, and it's probably not good enough at the moment.
Absolutely. And 0-0 remains the score here in Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town. Don't forget, you can call Talksport after the action tonight, and 08717223344 is the number. I should tell you, by the way, that Alexandra Song was named in the starting lineup for Cameroon, but has been replaced by Che Jiao, the number 14, and Alexander Song relegated to the substitute bench. So quite clearly something happened in the warm-up to the game, and
must be an injury, no?
Gotta be, yeah.
They usually sit on the bench anyway, don't they? So maybe he's just gone to sat at the bench, but must be maybe pulled something or in the warm-up.
Yeah, we'll try and find out a little bit more at half-time on that. But Che Jiao is the man who comes in from the start, the man who plays for Lille in France, and did have that header just a little while ago. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage. Denmark 0, Japan 0 is the other game in progress in this group right now. Cameroon have got the ball now just inside their own half. Che Jiao plays it forward, aiming for Nguemo, and now the ball's given away again as Van der Vaart tries to get Van Persie through. But now Cameroon have won it back. It's poor from the Netherlands so far, and Nguemo holds the ball up, but that's good battling from Van der Vaart, who niggles away and manages to latch onto the ball and get it back towards Van Bronckhorst. He tries to deliver it towards the edge of the penalty area, but it's headed away as far as Bong on the left-hand side for Cameroon. Number 12, Gaetan Bong. And now he's got to throw in on that far side. And it remains 0-0 as we approach the quarter of an hour mark in this match. 14 and a half gone. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0. And we saw those couple of shots early on. Header and a shot from either side early on, but since then there's been very little rain.
Yeah, I thought it'd be an open game, you know, with Cameroon saying, well, let's go out and try and score some goals and, you know, get our fans cheering, really. But it's been a poor game, really. The opening 15 minutes is, you know, it's sort of settled down as it, you know, Dutch are very happy. They only need a point. You know, they're not going to really push themselves too much. You know, they're not playing for anything except the top spot, but everything's going to plan at the moment. And Cameroon probably are just a poor side at the moment, and they're not playing with any confidence whatsoever. Can't really string too many passes together. You know, one or two passes and you know, they seem to give it away. So, you know, poor game at the moment. I thought it'd be a lot more livelier, a lot more goal mouth action. So we'll have to wait, and we'll probably need a goal in this now to just liven up a bit.
Yep. Etu's just won a corner off Johnny Heitinger, the Everton man. And coming across to take it is G-Tap for Cameroon on this near side. This would certainly liven it up if they could get a goal here. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0, live on Talksport. Good atmosphere as the corner's taken, and it's whipped in on this near side from G-Tap, and it's headed clear once again. On this occasion, a wide to the left-hand side, and Benoit Asuakotu has given the ball away first time. Dirk Kuyt on the right-hand side, midway inside his own half, holds the ball up for the Netherlands now. Goes all the way back to Heitinger. They're going to go square to Mathewson here for Holland. Still 0-0, and the Dutch starting deep in their own half. A reminder, Ian Robben only on the bench tonight for Holland. There were suggestions that he would start the game, but quite clearly there are still one or two concerns about his fitness. And remember, if they do win the group as we expect tonight, then it will be Slovakia in Durban on Monday. Ball on the right. Sorry,
as I say, they don't really need to take chances on Robin.
Exactly.
You know, they've got a few more days now to give him a little bit more treatment. He might get a little bit of a run out tonight, you know, just to get his legs going a bit, but there's no need to take a... It's perfect. This is the perfect situation for Holland, you know. They only need a point, so they ain't got to risk they're one of their best players.
Well, Dirk Kuyt has just been yellow carded. Dirk Kuyt there has just committed a foul, and the referee has wasted no time in yellow carding Dirk Kuyt, so he's got to be careful now. 3 Dutch players are now on yellow cards: Dirk Kuyt, Nigel de Jong and Robin van Persie.
All very important players as well for the Dutch.
Not much.
Kuyt.
Yeah. Schneider now delivers the ball towards the edge of the penalty area. It's now going to fall to the path of Van Persie. He was saying that he was fouled, but he wasn't. 17 minutes gone. Cameroon 0. Netherlands 0 is the scoreline here. Goal scoring opportunities few and far between so far, and Beer with a long range low hard shot held by the Dutch keeper, and Van der Vaart for Holland with a shot from the edge of the penalty area went just wide. It's poor so far, it can only get better. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0. 17 and a half minutes gone. I can tell you Japan have taken the lead against Denmark in the other game tonight. So that's significant. Denmark will be going home. Japan would go level with the Netherlands on 6 points, but the Netherlands are currently drawing this game, so they would be on 7 if it stayed like this. Japan a goal up then on Denmark. That's our medium wave commentary tonight on 1089 and 10:53 a.m. This is Talksport. Cameroon ranked 19th in the FIFA rankings, and the Netherlands ranked 4th. And if you've just joined us, Dirk Kuyt booked after committing a foul, which is a bit of a blow for him. I wonder what substitutions will be made later as the game goes on to protect maybe the in-danger Dutch players. But they're coming forward now on the halfway line with Van Persie playing deep, and that's a sign of the way the game has gone. Van Persie's come back to the halfway line. There's no penetration there from Holland.
Not at all, and he's so, you know, tight in that midfield. You know, you've got so many players around each other. There's no space whatsoever. They're not using the width well enough, both sides. You know, it's all very condensed down the middle. They just need to open it up a little bit, you know, maybe get the fullbacks running forward a little bit.
And now a chance for Holland as Van Persie latches onto a long through ball, but it's saved by the keeper, Hamidou. Decent opportunity, best opportunity of the game so far, and the keeper was equal to it. He needed to be, and Solomonu Hamidou comes to Cameroon's rescue there.
Yeah, great chance for the Dutch to take the lead, Holland. You know, Van Bronckhorst with his, it must have been a 30-yard ball, great pass. looked like Van Persie was going to bring it back onto himself, but then he's just changed his mind, controlled it so well with his chest, and he got his right foot shot away, and a really good save from Hamidou, and best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, definitely. Decent opportunity there, but it remains Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 here. Let's get the story of that Japanese goal now with the goal commentary from Ian Danta.
Honda tries an effort on goal. Oh, yes! What a goal from Keisuke Honda. Fully 40 yards out. Sorensen questionable with his technique, but what a goal from Keisuke Honda. Japan 1, Denmark 0.
Well, Honda on target for Japan. They're motoring, aren't they?
That's a classic, isn't
That's
it?
a music.
I've heard that so many times. It's the most common saying in this World Cup, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think it's his third goal of the season, isn't it? Third goal of the World Cup.
Yeah, it is.
So he's on fire, isn't he? And you know, credit to Japan. They're very well organised, hard to beat, and you know, it's a big shock on the cards. I really fancy Denmark to get that result today, but you know, it looks like Japan are look like they're going to be in the last 16, which would be fantastic for themselves.
Well, when you bear in mind that Italy and France will not be in the last 16, but Japan may well be. Quite a story.
Unbelievable. And Slovakia, who would have thought Slovakia would have gone to the last 16? So, a few surprises. You know, Italy come bottom of their group as well, which is amazing, really.
They have had a lot of changes, Italy. There's players reaching a certain age. But in this game, it's Cameroon 0, Holland 0. 21 minutes on the clock. Still waiting to really have any gilt-edged opportunities. We've had the one from Van Persie. It was a great chance with a one-on-one with the keeper. A ball down the middle. But the keeper was equal to it magnificently.
Yeah. That's the best chance of the match so far. But you know, you look at it, the Dutch they're fine with it. You know, it's one of them situations where they need a point, and you know, they have to let Cameroon come on to them. But Cameroon look like, you know, they look shot to bits, really, no confidence whatsoever. They can't string 3 or 4 passes together. They've had a couple of corners from mistakes from the Dutch defence. But other than that, you know, they've not really created anything, Cameroon.
Van Persie just penalised for handball. By the way, the Cameroon keeper is Suleimanau Hamidou, and he prefers to be known as Suleimanau.
I'd rather call him Hamidou, it's easier to say.
Hamidou's easier to say.
Yep. What's the other name? Suleimanau. Suleimanau, that's not too bad.
Yeah, that's all right. Not as easy as Ray.
I think that's why my mum and dad called me that.
We're midway through the first half. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage tonight of the FIFA World Cup. Japan a goal up on Denmark in the other game. We'll keep you right up to date with the progress of that one. Now Van Persie, wide on the left-hand side for Holland, on the halfway line. Oh, what on earth is that? He's got a left-footed crossfield ball, and he's completely miscued it. You're joking, aren't you?
I think that was a strike on goal. It must have been, because he aimed. You know, he's got a great shot on him, Robin Van Persie, but you know, he got that totally wrong, and there was no one over there or no one nearby. Dirk Kuyt on the right hand side was right back, so it could have been a pass. That was a shot. It was awful. Yeah. Absolutely awful.
Shocking. And now the ball is once again with Van Persie. He's playing deep, but he's been tackled here by Chejao, and it's going to be a free kick to the Netherlands on this left hand side. And I
think he just wants to get on the score sheet now. It'd be good for Robin Van Persie. You know, he's been a long layoff, you know, and it's all about goals for strikers. And if you can just get one, doesn't matter who you're playing against, doesn't matter if Cameroon are out already, but it's such good for your confidence and, you know, going on in this tournament.
Yeah, Holland have a chance here with a turn and shot blocked in the penalty area. They're appealing for a penalty there, to be fair. Van Persie played the ball into the from the left-hand side, and Van der Vaart was the man with a turn and shot, was appealing for a penalty, but again, the referee not interested, just waves play on, and he was in a decent position to
much better moved that time. You know, that time they got 3 or 4 passes together, saw the opening, Van Bronckhorst with a great little ball in, great little turn from Van der Vaart, and got his shot away, saying he touched his hand, but he was at point-blank range, never going to get a penalty there.
Clearance now from the Dutch keeper up towards halfway. Holland will start again with Heitinga now on the right-hand side. Here's Kuyt moving forward. The Liverpool man, that's poor as he tried to find Van der Vaart, and it cannoned off a Cameroon player. They're fortunate in the Netherlands that the ball's back in their possession with Van der Vaart on the left-hand side. Ball played square inside towards the midfield, and the number 10, Wesley Sneijder, and he goes all the way back here now towards Van Bronckhorst. It's been fairly quiet from Van Bommel and De Jong in this game so far.
Yeah.
They've not really had any influence on the match.
Well, they've just had to sit in there, and not a lot has happened, has it? You know, it's been very congested in that central midfield area. To be fair, Cameroon are taking every single player back. When the Dutch have got possession, you know, every single Cameroon player is behind the ball. So, you know, they're happy to, you know, not score and maybe have a 0-0 and come out. But that's poor, isn't it? You know, you're at the tournament, you got your fans here, you got to have a bit of a go and try and get a result in the last game.
Van der Vaart's just been pushed over by Mbia, so it's going to be a free kick to the Netherlands just outside the penalty area. It's a chance for them now to make an impression in this game. 25 minutes gone. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0. It's about 25 yards out, and there's 3 Dutch players standing over the ball. Not surprisingly, Van der Vaart is one of them. Schneider's another. Van Persie as well. 4 players now.
They've all got quality. Whoever takes it. Schneider, Van Persie. We know about Van Persie's free kicks. And obviously Van der Vaart, who's got a great left foot on him as well.
Who's going to take this then? Standing over the ball, 3 Dutch players. Schneider's a possibility. Van der Vaart is the man who steps up left-footed. It's a decent shot. And the keeper, Hamidjou, is equal to it on that occasion. But that was a well-taken free kick by the Dutch.
Yeah, Hamidjou ended up making a good save, but the wall is terrible. You know, the Cameroon wall, there's big gaps in it. And, you know, the person who's trying to close him down is supposed to be like the first man to close the ball down. He's probably 5 yards away from the wall. And there's a massive gap there. He just had to whip it through it, and lucky enough that he didn't really catch it properly, that the keeper could hold. But a terrible wall there for Cameroon.
Poor organisation, you would suggest, by Cameroon. And they'll be looking to put that right later in the match.
As I said before, you know, before this World Cup, I really thought that Cameroon could be the best African team. I think they're, you know, got decent players. They got a bit of everything. You know, you've got Makoun, who's a very good player in Lyon. You've got Etu, who's a decent player. You know, Alex Song, who's had a great season at Arsenal. They've got good players, but they just don't seem to be able to put it together. And you know, been very, very disappointing. They really have.
Nicolas Nkulu was booked, by the way, for the foul that built up to that free kick for the Netherlands. That's 2 yellow cards in 3 games for him now. It's irrelevant, really, because they're going out of the tournament, but he would have missed the round of 16. Now Cameroon, as you said, Ray, nothing to lose. They've got to go for it here, and Samuel Eto'o is dispossessed there. That's good defensive work by the Dutch. Van der Vaart back there doing some backtracking, and now the ball's on the right-hand side of play for the Netherlands. And it's Boularus who hangs onto the ball and then latches it forward, looking towards Dirk Kuyt. Had too much purchase on the ball, though, and it's gone all the way through to the Cameroon keeper. It remains Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 on Talksport with McCoy's Mancris, proud sponsors of Talksport's coverage of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Now Cameroon again, starting deep. Mbia towards the centre circle, plays it towards Asuakoto, and the ball now is with Chejao, who was a late starter in this game after Alexandra Song was named, but pulled up in the warm-up. Now the ball's out wide to the right-hand side of play now, as Nkulu holds the ball up now for Cameroon. And moving forward at pace now, Cameroon starting to show a little bit of danger. G-Tap forces a decent clearance there from Mathieson for the Netherlands, but it goes all the way back to the Cameroon half, and they will start again now quite comfortably with Chejao. He plays the ball forward towards midway inside the Dutch half, and Nguemo was there, but he's dispossessed, and now Holland will win the ball back and switch from left to right, and Dirk Kuyt is back there playing deep. 0-0 still the score here in the Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town. It's a fine atmosphere as we see Khalid Boularus play the ball back towards Heitinga for the Netherlands, and goes all the way square to the left-hand side on Van Bronckhorst. He cuts the ball back inside square towards Mathieson for the Netherlands, and Van Bommel now gets it back towards Mathieson once again. Left-footed, he launches the ball forward towards the edge of the centre circle. Van Persie holds the ball up, plays it back towards Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and now here's Joris Mathieson once again. Holland just standing still at the back, not showing any ambition, and a lack of movement up front.
No, nothing at all. And you know, as I said before, they're not really being too energetic tonight. You know, they just want to get through the game, get their point they need maybe, and get top spot. But at the moment, it's you know, quite a stalemate game. You know, Cameroon are happy just to sit in there as well. When they lose the ball, they get everyone behind the ball and let the Dutch have it. And all it's doing is going into the central midfield area, Van Bommel or De Jong, and then it's going straight back to the centre half. So very, you know, not a lot happening really in this game so far.
Well, they have the players of pedigree in the Cameroon side, like Samuel Eto'o, Benoit Asuakoto, the Tottenham man. But of course, they were put out by Egypt in the quarterfinals of the African Cup of Nations, which was a disappointment in January. And to be fair here, they're going out of the FIFA World Cup, South Africa, and you would expect them to go out attacking and fighting in this last group game. 0-0 the scoreline, half an hour gone. Holland have had the better chances.
It's just a little bit of pride, isn't it? You know, you're in your South Africa. You know, everybody, you're an African team.
They're whipping the ball in from the left-hand side. Sorry, Ray, they were whipping the ball in for Nguemo there. And now they're pushing forward again, Cameroon. Ball's wide on the right and G-Tap. Decent ball needed in from the right-hand side, and the keeper was beaten to it with a header from Jean Macon, and the ball goes over the bar.
Yeah,
that's more
better,
like it.
Much better play from Cameroon. At least they've had a go. They got it wide. G-Tap with a good ball in. The keeper was beaten there. He should never have come, and Macon just got in front of him. He just couldn't nod it down. He just had to sort of glance it off his head. He's got too much on his head of it, and it's gone over the bar. But much better from Cameroon. At least he made a few passes, you know, got to the wide areas and put a decent cross in.
31 minutes gone, Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0, but Japan are heading through. They're 2-0 up on Denmark. A surprise scoreline coming through from that other game in Group E tonight. Endo has got the goal. Japan 2, Denmark 0. And as it stands at the moment, Japan through with the Netherlands, clear cut, and Denmark heading back home to Scandinavia.
Well, that's definitely a shock there. You know, I looked at this group before the World Cup and I thought, well, you know, the Dutch will win it, the group. I always thought Cameroon and Denmark for second place. But the Japanese, you know, they've played ever so well. They really have. And organisation, they've done so well. And, you know, 2-0 up is an amazing result.
Let's hear the story of that second Japan goal with Ian Danta.
There's 2 or 3 Japanese players standing in the wall as well. It's actually Endo that strikes the free kick. It's 2-0. Endo! What a goal for Japan. 2 free kicks, 2 fantastic goals, and Denmark have it all to do in Rustenburg. Japan are surely going through. Japan 2, Denmark 0.
Dirk Kuyt for the Netherlands with a shot on the right-hand side, pulls the ball across the face of goal. That's more like it for Holland, as the Liverpool man goes agonisingly close, but it's still 0-0.
Yeah, decent chance there, Dirk Kuyt. He got into a good position, just right at that angle of the box, and got a good strike away, but just, you know, failed to hit the target at the back post. Anything on target at the back there was a goal, because the keeper was beaten, but a little bit better from the Dutch, a few more passes and getting into good areas.
Now a long ball launched forward towards the edge of the Cameroon penalty area. Van Persie's up for it, but the offside flag's gone up, so it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon on the edge of their own penalty area. And Paul Le Guen has done well to get them to the World Cup, because they did look like missing out, you know, Ray. They lost to Togo in the opening match of their second qualifying phase. 1 point from 2 games. Le Guen's come in and he's actually got them here, so it's a disappointment that they've not been able to build on that.
Yeah, without doubt. You know, you've got a new manager and they seem to respond. He got them into the World Cup, which is, you know, it's a great thing for their nation anyway. But, you know, I always thought Cameroon was one of the best African sides, but now there's a few gone in front of them. People like Ghana, even South Africa are getting better all the time. So they're not number one anymore for me.
Now the ball square for Chedao for Cameroon, midway inside the Netherlands half, away to our right in their traditional green shirts and red shorts, and a turn and shot coming in from Joel Nguemo. It's blocked though by Johnny Heitinga. Now Dirk Kuyt. Everton-Liverpool combination, Heitinga-Kuyt. Kuyt's on the right-hand side on the overlap now. He's going to have to take on his man, and he can't beat him. He's blocked there by Asuakoto, the Tottenham man, on the left-hand side of play. And we've got, 11 minutes to go to half-time. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 0 on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage. If you want commentary of Japan against Denmark to see if there's any way back for the Danes, switch to our medium wave on 10:89 and 10:53 a.m. And don't forget, you can react to all the action with a phone in through until 11 with Alvin and Dance. Ray will stick around till 10. He's got the short shift tonight. 08717 223344 is the number that gets you through to Ray, to Alvin and to Dance on the phone in after tonight's World Cup action. Now coming forward is Wesley Sneijder on the left-hand side for Holland, into the penalty area, whips it across. There was Mbeer with a header clear. Now it's back to Sneijder, first time, whips the ball into the far side, aim for Kout, who headed it back into the penalty area, but there's nobody there. And Cameroon are able to bring the ball clear once again with Mbeer, and it's up towards midway inside the Netherlands half. And Nguemo played the ball out wide towards the left-hand side of play, and now here's Bong moving forward. Cameroon at pace, the offside flag's got up, and the free kick's taken quickly, and Samuel Eto'o not a happy man there.
Yeah, much better play from Cameroon, though. At that time, they got 4 or 5 passes, got into a good area. Eto'o should never be offside there, but he was. The flag went up, and disappointment on Eto'o's face, but a little bit better from Cameroon. At least they got a few passes together.
And now Holland coming forward at pace, and Holland have got the lead, and it's the Arsenal man, Van Persie. Ball just slipped through from the right-hand side. Van Persie latched onto it, and he's put it past a despairing dive of the Cameroon keeper, Souleymane Hamidou. And now Holland on target for a maximum 9-point return in the group. Cameroon 0. Netherlands 1.
Yeah, good finish from Robin Van Persie on his, not his favoured foot, on his right foot, but in these days they're both the same there, they're both lethal. If he gets in a position like that, it was an excellent move there. Dirk Kout was involved, they brought it back to, I think it was Wesley Sneijder, Sneijder was great little ball. Robin Van Persie was in, and I think it was Van der Vaart in fact put the ball in, and there was Robin through the keeper's legs, no chance for the keeper, and 1-0 the Dutch. And to be fair, it's been a lacklustre performance from the Dutch, but they don't need to really push themselves. But now they're in front, they'll be delighted, and now they probably can go into cruise control properly now and just keep the ball now.
How much of a boost will that be for Van Persie? As you mentioned earlier, Ray, he's had his problems with injuries, and he's got his first goal of the World Cup tournament heading into the last 16 against Slovakia on Monday.
Well, I'm looking at the golden boot as well. He's such a lethal striker. If he gets a little bit of confidence, he can bang in, and no problem, a hat-trick here if he really puts his mind to it. He'll get into them positions against the poor Cameroon side, who are probably going to lose even more confidence with that goal going in. So it's an opportunity to get them score chances as well. And Robin Van Persie, if he can bang another one in now, he'll be right on the ball, and only one behind the leading goal scorer.
Rafael van der Vaart with a lovely through ball, the man from Real Madrid, winning his 80th cap tonight. It was a lovely through ball, but Van Persie still had the finish to do, and he finished it beautifully. And the Netherlands have a 1-0 lead here against Cameroon in the Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town. It's the Greenpoint Stadium, but the green shirts are on the wrong end of a tangerine party right now. Although I should say the Netherlands playing in their white shirts tonight, as Cameroon whip the ball into the penalty area, but again it's headed clear by Heitinga. And now it's Asu Akoto, the Tottenham Hotspur man, wide on the left-hand side, chips it towards the edge of the penalty area. Holland are able to do some defending here. Thankfully, they get the final touch with Heitinga, as Cameroon threatened very briefly there with Bong, who was able to fire in a shot, and they'll be disappointed that they allowed him to do that.
Well, that was a great chance, for Bong. He seemed to get a lucky break. He got his volley away, but the defender didn't know nothing about it. I don't know who it was, Heitinga. Just hit him on the leg and went out for a corner, but a little bit let off there, Holland.
Now the corner's going to be delivered, whipped in from the left-hand side, straight into the arms of Stekelenburg, the Holland goalkeeper. He tries to get Kout away, but there's too much purchase on that, and it goes all the way back to Souleymane Hamidou in the Cameroon goal. You're listening to Cameroon versus Holland on Talksport with Mercedes-Benz vans. Accept no substitutes. Netherlands a goal up here, and Japan 2-0 up on Denmark. As it stands, Holland go through, as do Japan, from this group. Quite a story that would be, with Japan going through, and they're looking comfortable, to be fair, with that 2-goal cushion right now over Denmark. And Cameroon a goal down, they would finish on just 1 point in the FIFA World Cup, which would be a major disappointment for Paul Le Guen and his men. Holland now wide on the left-hand side with Giovanni van Bronckhorst playing the ball forward for Van Persie. Back towards Van der Vaart, who supplied the ball for the goal. Now here's Van Bronckhorst, whips it into the penalty area. There's Mbeer to get it clear for Cameroon. Still 3 Holland players around him though. And now Cameroon move forward at pace towards the halfway line, and Nguemo And Guemo tries to find Eto'o, but the offside flag's up. And frustration for the Cameroons there with 5.5 minutes to half time. Cameroon 0, Holland 1.
Yeah, just slightly offside there. You know, the linesman put his flag up really late, to be fair, but, you know, half a yard offside. Just, you know, unlucky. He just had to time it a little bit better, and maybe thought the pass would come a little bit quicker. But, you know, they need to try and get this goal before half-time, get the equaliser, and to give him a chance second half. But at the moment, Holland have got that goal, the vital goal, and now that, you know, they're probably in cruise control, really. Dirk Kuyt now on the right-hand side, midway inside the Cameroon half, tries a neat 1-2 with Van der Vaart there, but it just ran loose and straight through to Hamidou in the Cameroon goal. The only goal of the game so far coming from Robin van Persie, latched onto a Van der Vaart through ball, and it was a nice finish on the right-hand side as it went across the goalkeeper into the corner of the net. It was a lovely finish from the Arsenal man, as the Netherlands lead by a goal to nil, and they're bang on target for 9 maximum points to win this group in some style. Clearance now made by Stekelenburg up towards the halfway line, as Cameroon now with Chejao win the ball back, moving forward in towards the midway stage of the Netherlands half. The ball is with Chapao Moting now. He plays the ball out wide to the right-hand side. It's whipped in towards the 6-yard area. Eto'o can't control it properly. First touch lets him down, and it's into the path of the Dutch keeper. Oh, what a chance. It was a great ball across, Entap. And he just, you know, he missed it. Totally missed it. I think it was Matteson who's missed it. The Heitinger, in fact, he missed it. And it's a poor first touch. He just had to chest that, set himself up for a shot, and he was only 8 yards out, and I'm sure he would have finished it off, but a great chance for him now. It was a wonderful opportunity wasted by Cameroon, but perhaps signs that in the second half they could push the Netherlands here. It looks as though the group is going to be a foregone conclusion, with Japan 2-0 up on Denmark, and the Netherlands have that 1-goal lead here against Cameroon. So it's Denmark going out of the competition along with Cameroon, and it would be Holland as group winners on 9 points, and Cameroon, I do apologise, Japan going through on 6. As Chapao Mong has just seen the ball go out of play on that near side. We're seeing replays of the goal from Van Persie. It was an acute angle. He still had work to do with the finish, Ray. Yeah, he did indeed, you know, on his not favoured foot, but the keeper comes out to try and close the angle down, but he left his legs wide open, straight through his legs. No chance, and that would be a big relief for Robin van Persie. You know, he's been out a long period of time last year with Arsenal, probably 4 or 5 months out, you know, and he's come back and he's got himself fit, but now he's scored a goal in the World Cup, and it's a big relief for him. Van der Vaart has just collided with Chejao on this near side, and it looked as though he was down with a leg injury at one stage there, with the studs colliding. And Cameroon have got the free kick now, wide on the right-hand touchline. Can they get back on level terms before half-time? Midway inside the Netherlands half, just waiting to take this free kick now. And the ball's going to be whipped in from the right-hand side towards the edge of the 6-yard area. It was an important header clear by Johnny Heitinger for the Netherlands. But it's back inside for Bong, who's causing problems here. It's like a pinball machine, and Holland desperately trying to get the ball clear, and it was a back flick from Van Bommel. That could have been dangerous, into the arms of his own keeper. Yeah, Bong again, it's a right handful. He sort of he got a bit lucky, and then he battled his way through. At one stage you're thinking he's been brought down here, but he just couldn't get on the end of it, and then Van Bommel just tried to do a clear, totally miscued it, went straight towards the goal, and lucky Stekelenburg was on his line and ready for it. Robin van Persie is now only the 4th Dutch player to score in more than one World Cup final. Johnny Rep, 1974 and 1978. Rob Rensenbrink in 74 and 78. And the great Dennis Bergkamp, yes, 1994 and 1998. Add Van Persie to that, having scored against the Ivory Coast in 2006. He was a player and a half, Dennis Bergkamp. Wow, he was one of the top Dutch players ever. Without a doubt. Ball's wide on the left-hand side, and Van der Vaart now. He plays it short towards Giovanni van Bronckhorst now. He plays it inside for Matheson, who launches it towards the halfway line, but Cameroon are able to win the ball back with Chejao. Chejao up towards the right-hand side, and G-Tap, who plays the ball back inside for Chejao. And now here's Joel Nguemo. Cameroon coming forward, but to be fair to Holland, they're scrapping away for everything here.
And Cameroon still maintain control of the ball until they give it away. Van Bommel was able to win the ball back for the Netherlands. But now Dirk Kuyt has lost out because Bong is once again proving a danger on that near side. Far side away from us.
Yeah, he looks like quite lively, Bong. He's had a go, isn't he? You know, he's trying to get in positions to score. He's very unlucky with one. He got his volley away, hit someone in a defender, and he looks a handful.
And now the ball's on the left-hand touchline again for Cameroon, but Dirk Kuyt is able to hold the ball up and win it back for the Netherlands. But again, they've given it away. There's some careless play from the Netherlands, and Kaulo is going to get the ball through, looking for Eto'o. Keeper's off his line, Stekelenburg to deny him.
Yeah, unlucky there. Eto'o just thought he might make this. You know, he's a race against time, and he's got tremendous pace, Eto'o, but the keeper, really on his toes, come out and gathered well. But, it's one of them games where Cameroon have nearly got there. The final pass again in the final third has just let them down a little bit. They've had a little bit of possession in midfield, but now they surely have to go for it and try and score a goal. When it was 0-0, they sat back a bit, but now they're 1-0 down. I'm expecting Paul Le Guen to say to his team, look, let's just all out attack and have a go, really.
1 minute of time to be added on at the end of this first half. Just a 1 minute then. This is DAB digital radio coverage on Talksport of Cameroon 0, Netherlands 1, with Ray Parlour and Nigel Pearson talking you through the action. The one goal so far coming from Robin van Persie, and the Netherlands have got themselves a throw-in on this near side, midway inside their own half. In fact, it's more level with the edge of their own penalty area. Van Bronckhorst is the man who's going to take it up towards halfway now. Was aiming quite clearly there for the flick on from Schneider, but now Van Persie has managed to flick the ball forward, and he's under a little bit of pressure now, but out wide is Van Bronckhorst on the overlap. He plays the ball back towards the halfway line, and the Netherlands just winding the clock down, and the half-time whistle blows. Robin van Persie is the difference between the two sides. Cameroon have been pretty disappointing so far. You'd have thought they'd be more adventurous, but they haven't been. And Van Persie, with that only goal so far, latched onto a lovely through ball from Van der Vaart. And Van Persie was still at an acute angle, had work to do with the finish. Earlier on, we saw him through on goal. Van Bronckhorst with a lovely through ball. That was a good save by the keeper. And also we've seen Van der Vaart with a free kick from 25 yards out, held by the Cameroon keeper once again. Holland just about good value for their lead.
Yeah, it was. They are in cruise control. You're not really breaking sweat too much. They're not trying, just cruising through the game, if you like. Don't want no injuries. Keeping the ball well. Expect a little bit more from Cameroon, especially when they've got nothing to lose. They're already out of the tournament. There's no nerves in there. Just go out and have a go. So I'm expecting Paul Le Guen to say, look, come on, we've got to get more men forward. Even if we let another goal in, doesn't matter, because we need to get back into this game. But at the moment, Robin van Persie with a great strike with his right foot is a difference. But, I'm hoping for more goals this second half, because if Cameroon have a go, try and push men forward, I'm sure there's gaps now for Robin van Persie, Schneider, Kuyt and Van der Vaart.
Well, still Denmark 0, Japan 2 in the other game in this group, and as it stands at the moment, that would mean that the Netherlands win the group on 9 points, Japan would be on 6, and Denmark 3 and Cameroon 1. So Denmark looking to go through as the group winners on maximum points, which is exactly why they picked the team they did. Quite a strong Netherlands side, and they have their reward with their lead here tonight. But Japan working wonders in the other game, Ray.
Yeah, playing ever so well. I don't think I didn't expect that tonight. I thought Denmark might be to get a win now, but they look like they can get through now and play Paraguay in the last 16, and a great achievement for the Japanese side. So fantastic for them. It doesn't lie the league. So well done to Japan.
Yeah, superb stuff from them. And in this game, Robin van Persie with the only goal of the game so far. The Arsenal man straight through the legs of the Cameroon keeper, Silimanau Hamidou. That's the difference between the two sides. Second half to come here on DAB Digital Radio. This is Talksport. Absolutely. Well, the two teams are out, ready for action in this second half here in the Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town, where it's Cameroon 0, Netherlands 1. And this will be the final 45 minutes of the FIFA World Cup for Cameroon. You can be sure of that. We're underway for the second half then. The Netherlands in their white shirts, blue shorts and white socks, attacking left to right against the Cameroon side in their green shirts, red shorts and yellow socks. And such a shame that Cameroon haven't been able to make more of an impression in this tournament when you bear in mind the success of 1990 and the fact that they were expected to do a whole lot better than this. But no changes at half-time. We're underway, and there's a foul committed already there on Joel Nguemo, and Cameroon have got themselves a free kick. Wide on the left-hand side, Asua Kotu, the Tottenham Hotspur man, plays the ball square inside towards Nicholas Nkulu, who was on a yellow card before tonight and has got yellow carded again, so he would have missed the round of 16. Which is irrelevant now, of course, but we'll miss the next qualifier for the next FIFA World Cup. Now the ball is with Nkolo again. Plays the ball square towards the left-hand side, and Asua Kotu, the left full-back, plays it down the channel here for Bong. You'd expect them to have a real go as Atu holds the ball up now. Plays it to Bong, and now the ball's square again for Nguemo. And the ball out wide to the right-hand side, and G-tap now for Cameroon. Plenty of possession for them in the early stages. Surely Le Guen has told them to really push it forward and just go for it. They've got nothing to lose in this second half. Ball's with Eto'o now, but edge of the D on the edge of the penalty area. But Holland challenging away, snapping away at their heels, and they're able to bring the ball away, and there's a foul committed. And it's going to be a free kick to Holland. The foul on Van Bommel. Yeah, and it's a fair decision.
Yeah, just brought down there, definite foul. But, I'm sure Paul Le Guen said, look, let's have a go. But have they got the quality to have a go? That's the big question. Because, they've got Eto'o and players like that on the pitch. But has he got the backup to really, support him and create chances for him? At the moment, no. The answer's no. But I'm sure Paul Le Guen will say, look, let's have a go. 45 minutes of this World Cup left for us. Let's try and score a couple of goals and make a game of it, really, against Holland.
Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town is where we're at on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. And the ball square now inside here towards Gertan Bong, who holds the ball up and plays it short for Nguemo now. Nguemo puts the ball out wide to the right-hand side, and aiming to whip it in was G-tap there for Cameroon, but that was a poor direction, lacked quality from G-tap, and it's gone behind for a Netherlands goal kick away to our left.
Yeah, poor delivery again. We've seen quite a few early in this tournament, getting to good positions, and then whether it's the ball or it's just poor crossing, they put it in miles over the bar that time, G-tap, and again, a real lack of quality, really, and that's been the problem of Cameroon all this the last three games, is lack of quality, lack of goal-scoring chances. They've scored one goal, which was Eto'o's goal, but other than that, they've not really created many chances at all.
Plenty of talk in the build-up to this tournament that if there was a weakness in the Netherlands side, it was their defence. Well, they're yet to concede a goal in this tournament. 2-0 winners against Denmark, 1-0 winners against Japan, and now they're 1-0 up on Cameroon as well. So 2.5 clean sheets so far for Holland, and now going all the way back to their own keeper with Heitinga going back towards Stekelenburg in the Netherlands goal. He launches it forward, but only as midway inside the Cameroon half for Asua Kotu. The ball is launched forward now towards Samuel Eto'o, who's going to be a frustrated man, and Eto'o is fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon with two players snapping at the heels of Eto'o. Free kick given just inside the Netherlands half. And just watching a replay of that.
A little bit harsh, that was.
Yeah.
He got the ball, Van Bommel. Eto'o seemed to go down very easily. I think he lost his balance more than anything, but he got a foul out of it and a free kick, but it went to waste anyway, so not to worry for Holland.
Yep, ball's on the left-hand side, and Van der Vaart whips the ball towards the edge of the penalty area, aiming for Dirk Kuyt. Dirk Kuyt can't quite head the ball down into the path of Van Persie, and it's gone straight through to the Cameroon keeper once again. Talksport, remember, through until 11 tonight, taking your calls on the FIFA World Cup. A dramatic day today, which has seen the world champions Italy dumped out of the competition sensationally today, 3-2. They were beaten by Slovakia, and we can take your calls through until 11 on 08717 223344 is the number that gets you through to Talksport tonight, taking your calls all the way through until 11 o'clock. And now moving forward midway inside the Netherlands half, Cameroon come forward with John McCown. He's given the ball away though into the path of Van der Vaart, who's had a decent game so far, goes all the way back to Van Bronckhorst, and the Netherlands can only succeed in getting the ball to the halfway line and into the path of the Cameroon players once again for the second time in succession. They've given the ball away quite easily, and Asua Kotu now in the number 2 shirt, but playing left full back as he normally does, squares the ball towards Bong on the midway inside the Netherlands half. They've given it away again now. Can Holland break here? Ball threaded through towards the front man, charging towards the edge of the penalty area. Van Persie with a shot. First time shot there, snapshot held by the keeper. That's more like it. It's still Holland 1, Cameroon 0.
Yeah, there was all over the place at the back, you know. The two centre-halves are miles apart. And Van Bommel saw the pass. Robin Van Persie, little bit of pace, gets past her, but the centre-half recovered a little bit, but he got his shot away, just inside the area. And a good save there from Hamid Earl. So, you know, better from Holland. Good, great ball from Van Bommel, just to put Van Persie in, and he's away there.
Just want to see more goals in this game, don't we, really, after everything that's happened. And now Van Persie chips the ball in from the left-hand side, but it's away from Gaetan Bong, only as far as the near side here with Boularus, who whips it back into the penalty area. And there's the Cameroon keeper once again. A safe pair of hands to throw the ball out once again. This is what we want to see. We want to see some good attacking football in this second half, Ray.
Oh, without doubt. You know, the Dutch now, you know, they don't need to attack really, but we need Cameroon now to just, you know, start pushing men forward. Let's try and get this equaliser, and there's going to be gaps there at their back, and that's what we get. That's where we get goals, and let's hope they can do that, Cameroon, but not just sit back and just take a 1-0 defeat.
Eto'o whips the ball into the edge of the 6-yard area there, but thankfully from a Dutch point of view, Heitinga was able to get the ball clear. 7 minutes gone of this second half now. It's Cameroon 0, Netherlands 1. The only goal of the game so far for the Dutch, Robin Van Persie, on 36 minutes. And if this stays like it is, they will win the group with maximum points, a 9-point return. Now Asua Kotu, wide on the left-hand side, plays the ball down the channel, was looking for Gaetan Bong, but he's put it back into the path of Kotu, who allows it to run through to Jajao now. He's given the ball away. Holland are able to wing the ball back with De Jong. He plays the ball square to Van Bommel on the left-hand side. Van Bronckhorst is there, as well as Schneider now playing deep. Schneider holds the ball up and plays it back to Nigel De Jong, the Manchester City man. In the centre circle now, the ball square for Van Bommel. Holland with all the time in the world, just strolling around. Boularus and Kout, and Boularus again on this right-hand side. Threads it through for Dirk Kout. First touch lets him down, and it falls into the path of Van der Vaart. Back out wide to Kout on the right-hand side. Whipped it into the penalty area. Van Persie couldn't quite connect with it properly, and it ran away from him. But it's headed clear only as far as Van der Vaart again. Holland will come again. They've won a throw-in on this near side.
Yeah, better football from Holland there. Belarus all linking up well together. Van der Vaart, Kout, Van Persie nearly getting on the end of Kout's cross. And as we talk, you know, we see Owen Robin warming up down there. Looks like he's going to play a part in this game tonight. Just wonder when he's fit, who do they leave out? Van der Vaart, it probably would be with the team they've got, or probably Kout. But it's an interesting call because Van der Vaart's had a decent game. Kout's always lively, good energy, good work rate. So it'd be interesting to see who they leave out when Robin is fit.
And both players, Van der Vaart and Kout, were both involved in the build-up to the only goal of the game so far.
Yeah, indeed. And obviously Kout's got on the score sheet in this World Cup final so far. So, you know, it'd be interesting to see. But Robin is such an exciting player. You know, he's great at running at players. You know, he's a certainty at getting the side. But just wonder who would they leave out.
Schneider now is going to whip this free kick in, and Schneider from long range. It was an awkward bounce for the Cameroon keeper away to our right, but he grabs it gratefully with a safe pair of hands. That was potentially a Robert Green incident.
Yeah, it was a good bounce in the end. It just popped up and he could just get hold of it there. But if it any sort of a different bounce on that, it's always going to be tough for the keeper. But you know, good strike from Schneider. Quite a long way out, but he hit the target, which is the main thing when you take free kicks.
Now the ball's midway inside the Cameroon half as Holland will start to mount an attack again. Schneider is there. Van Persie comes back deep and lobs the ball out wide to the left-hand side, and Van Bronckhorst now. Midway inside the Cameroon half, Van Bronckhorst plays it square towards De Jong, and now Holland will come again with Kout on the right-hand side. Kout's going to look for the overlap, which he does, and he plays the ball beautifully towards Boularus, who whips the ball in from the right-hand side. He's going for a corner because he's saying it was deflected by Asua Kotu, and the keeper there has parried it away as well. So it's going to be a corner to the Dutch on this near side. They lead this game by 1-0, and we're going to see the first substitution of the game. Abu Bakar is going to come on for Goatan Bong, the number 12. So a straight swap really for the Cameroon side, with Abu Bakar from Garua winning only his 4th cap. He's only 18 years of age. He's an exciting, pacey forward. So we'll see if that creates more openings.
Yeah,
as far
maybe.
As
Look, Paul Le Guin saying, look, we've got to make changes. Bong, he's quite lively. Didn't have a lot of quality, but he had a go that first half. He tried to get opportunities, but it just didn't fall for him. But now, it'd be interesting to see the striker coming on, young striker, Abu Bakar, to just see if he can open his back four up of Dutch and see if they can concede their first goal this tournament.
Yep, Abu Bakar, the 18-year-old then, and got plenty of pace. Got nothing to lose throwing him on and giving him some experience here. 56 minutes on the clock. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 1 on Talksport with Mars. Work, rest, play for England. Eto'o in the centre circle now. Left-hand side of play. Puts the ball forward towards Joel Nguemo. He's given the ball away though. There was a strong challenge then on Nigel de Jong. It's going to be a free kick to the Netherlands. And we still have a 1-0 lead for Holland here. And Nguemo saying that he's still a little bit hurt from that challenge on his left foot, but he's landed awkwardly. It's his left ankle, really.
Yeah, and Nguemo just, Heitinger showed all his experience there. Now, just as the ball come in, he was in front of him, got a good interception, and he just sort of fell funny, awkward. And he's looking at his mouth. Maybe he just caught his leg or something, and maybe just cut his mouth open. But he's up and running again. He's ready to go. As we see someone warming up down here, Huntelaar looks like he's going to be thrown on into the maybe for Robin van Persie to give him a little rest. He's on a yellow card as well, so maybe takes Robin van Persie's place.
That would make sense. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar preparing to come on. Now Holland launch one forward towards the edge of the penalty area. Schneider though can't latch onto it. Cameroon are able to claim the ball back. Cameroon 0, Netherlands 1 on Talksport's DAB digital radio service tonight. If you want live commentary of Denmark 0, Japan 2, that's on our medium wave, 1089 and 10:53 a.m. Ball latched down the left-hand channel for Cameroon. It was threaded through towards Joel Nguemo, and it needed a Johnny Heitinger challenge to put the ball out of play for a throw-in on this near side. You were spot on, Ray. Robin van Persie is the man who's going to come off, and it's going to be number 21, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, the AC Milan man, who's going to come on to replace him.
Yeah, he got his goal. He's very pleased with his goal. Well taken. Right foot through the keeper's legs. Good movement as well for the goal. Van der Vaart, good play. Put him in, but it's all about the movement of his run. Got into a great position. And, he'll be pleased with his performance. He's not been great, but he's got that goal, and he's going to get better, Robin. He's going to get fitter and better as the tournament goes on for me.
And he had that chance on 19 as well, and was put through by Van Bronckhorst. It was a good save by the keeper, but at least he was getting in position.
Well, he's hit the target a few times. We see that opportunity as well in his second half as well, where he's had that chance from Van Bommel. Got a good shot away as go. So he's had a...
Cameroon coming forward there. Snapshot coming in from Samuel Eto'o. He was in a dangerous position, but the Netherlands have to scramble the ball away for a corner.
That's much better from Eto'o. He's taking players on. That's what he's good at. And in the end, it was a great block from Heitinger, I think it was. And Eto'o, he went around about 3 or 4 players, dispatched, get his shot away, and end up being a good tackle from Holland.
Now the ball's whipped in from the right-hand side. And it's level towards the edge of the penalty area. Powerful shot from Nguemo has gone wide of the left-hand post.
Yeah, just tries to bend it, Nguemo. If he just hits the target, the keeper can't even see where the ball is. He's got so many Dutch players in front of him and players. They've just got to smash that through the crowd, and hopefully he finds a spot where the keeper can't see. Just tries to place it into the corner. Got it all wrong, always going wide. But, much better from Cameroon. You see Eto'o trying to take players on, having a go, and suddenly it livens the team up, and that's what we've got to see more of.
Not a bad second half. Cameroon now coming forward at pace. Chajao moving down, threading the ball towards Eto'o, straight through the middle, but Eto'o has gone down and is dispossessed, and it's happened all too easily tonight. Eto'o just loses the ball, and it happens all too easily for me. As he's good a player that he is, he's easily dispossessed, Ray.
Yeah, he's not a world class, is he, in this World Cup? You know, you always see, you know, even if you're playing in quite a poor side, you can still see him standing out from other players. But really, he's not had a great tournament. He really hasn't. The first game against, I think it was Japan, he played on that right hand side. He had a nightmare. But you know, he scored a goal, I suppose, in the last game. But he still hasn't really shone or really lighten Cameroon's team up, and you know, they're all looking for inspiration because he's such a big player.
Cameroon 0, Holland 1 on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage. 1 hour gone. The 60-minute mark has arrived. Elsewhere tonight, Denmark 0, Japan 2. So as it stands, it's clear cut. Netherlands 9 points out of 9, and Japan going through on 6. And the Netherlands will be playing Slovakia, who put Italy out of the World Cup. Cameroon, though, with a chance now. A snapshot from the right-hand side. The ball was threaded through, and that was a golden opportunity for Jean-Macan. And it was parried by the keeper. He should have done better than that. Cameroon should have been level.
Oh, he's picked the wrong option there. He's got to square this. It was a great ball. I don't know if it was Van Bronckhorst keeps it on the side, but Etu just peeled off his man. All he's got to do is square that to him, and he's got a shot on target, and picked the wrong decision. Macoun. He's tried to go for that far corner in the end. It was an easy save, and he just had to. If he looked up, Etu was there on his own just to tap it in the goal, and a real poor option there from Macoun.
Stekelenburg made the save, to be fair to him. But that was poor from Cameroon. That's where they lack quality, perhaps, Ray. That's where the difference
exactly.
is.
You know, that final third, you know, I watched Ghana against Germany the other night, and you know, it's one of them situations exactly the same. The Africans have lots of control, they get some great positions, but then they seem to pick the wrong option. And I saw that many times. They could have had 3 goals against Germany, but just picked the wrong option every time.
Now the ball's played out midway inside the Cameroon half. Cameroon have won it back now. They're coming forward at pace. At least they're having a go here. Maxime Choupo-Moting holds the ball up on this near side. He plays it back towards Nicholas Nkolu, and now square towards Joel Nguemo. He plays the ball towards the edge of the Holland penalty area. It's going to fall into the path here of Jean-Macan, and they've won a free kick. Edge of the D, just outside the penalty area. Macan has gone down, and the pressure there from Khalid Boularouz, and it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon.
Yeah, Boularouz, right, he just didn't need to make this. All he's got to do is stand up and let him have the ball there, but he's sort of gone into a barged him, and Macoun's gone down, and it is a foul, simple as that, and he's in a great position now. There's a few end tap, you know, we all know about his free kicks, he can whip it over that wall, and he looks like he's going to be probably the favourite to take this.
23 metres out of goal. Cameroon have a free kick against the Netherlands. Dangerous position. Netherlands lead by a goal to 0. Robin van Persie, who's now been substituted. They have that lead. 3 players standing over the ball for Cameroon. Stefan Mbia is one of them. G-Tap is going to unleash this shot. It's straight off the wall.
Penalty,
a handball.
Wow. Let's give a penalty to ref.
That's sensational, and it's Van der Vaart who's conceded the penalty straight into his arms from the free kick. He's put his hand up to protect his face, and it struck him on the arm, and it's a penalty to Cameroon.
Oh yes, really, he's been scared of it. He's put his arm up. He don't need to do that. That's terrible play. You know, you've got to be tougher there. You've got to let it hit you on the head. And he's stuck his arm up, and you know, imagine this was a big game now, in a vital game, and you do a mistake like that, and it was a penalty. He's hit him straight on the arm, and he don't need to raise his arm there. He just got to let the ball hit him on the head, really.
Penalty to Cameroon. The Netherlands haven't conceded a goal in this tournament so far. Who else is going to take this but Samuel Eto'o, former Barcelona man, now of Inter Milan, winning his 95th cap tonight, to give Cameroon the equaliser. Samuel Eto'o against Stekelenburg for the Dutch, away to our left. Eto'o steps up, and it's in the back of the net. It's a great finish from Samuel Eto'o. He's beaten Stekelenburg, and it's Cameroon 1, Holland 1.
Well, what a turn up there. You know, you look like Holland was in total control, just cruising through this game. You know, 1-0 up, we take 1-0, we win the group. No problem. I know they're still in front in the group, but suddenly now they've got a game on their hands. Fantastic penalty from Eto'o. Keeper no chance. Straight in the corner. And suddenly Cameroon are now looking, well, can they get another one and win the game? And suddenly, does it affect the group? I don't know. Is Japan are winning?
No, absolutely makes no difference whatsoever.
Okay. I'm just trying to liven everyone up there. At least liven you up, guys.
Nice try, Ray. But Netherlands would be on 7 points now.
Yeah, but if Cameroon got another goal, they'll be on 6.
Netherlands would be on 6, yeah.
What's the goal difference like?
Yeah, well, the goal difference at the moment, Netherlands are on +3, and Japan are on just 1 positive so far. They make it closer, and Rafael van der Vaart has been booked, by the way, for his part in protesting about that decision.
Well, let's I'll tell you what, this would really open up if Cameroon can get another one. You know, suddenly things would change, and from being in cruise control, you know, they'll be struggling.
Well, substitution for the Netherlands. I can tell you that Aliero Elia of Hamburg has come on at the expense of Dirk Kuyt. His night's work is done. And, well, bit of a turnaround here in the Greenpoint Stadium, Cape Town. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1. Still means that the Netherlands are on target to win the group. Japan 2-0 up on Denmark. Now Van der Vaart has got a free kick for Holland on this near side. He's going to whip the ball in, and that's gone so close from the just outside the 6-yard area. That was a golden opportunity from Van der Vaart, whipping the ball into the penalty area, and Van Bommel went mighty close and he's put it wide.
Oh, what a ball. It's a great ball in. I think it was De Jong, wasn't it, on the end of it, and he just had to get something on it, on target, really. But he totally got it wrong. He's just got to hit the target and it's a goal.
Nigel de Jong, the Manchester City man, goes agonisingly close for the Dutch there then. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1. It's livened up, Ray.
Yeah, it's much better. I'm really pleased because at least Cameroon having a little bit of a go. We said they might as well because they're already out, and you know, just get a little bit of pride for themselves and give their fans something to cheer about. And then suddenly, you know, they've got that goal. And now, you know, if they can really put a bit more pressure on, they might get the second.
Has to be said that the Netherlands' goal difference is far superior. 2-0 against Denmark, 1-0 against Japan. So they were +3 before tonight, and they still are. At 1 apiece, the latest score then here in Cape Town.
Japan would be +2, wouldn't they?
Well, Japan
will be +2.
Yep, they're on +2 if they...
So if Cameroon could get a goal, it could be level on points, level on goal difference.
And then it would be goals scored, and that'll be level as well.
What's that, penalties?
Yeah, it just adds to the drama. So it's livened up a little bit. But Holland have got a free kick now in a dangerous position on the right-hand side of the penalty area. Van der Vaart is the man who's going to whip this in, left-footed low and hard, and it's held by the keeper, Hamidjou, who's had a pretty solid game tonight, the Cameroon keeper, Ray.
Yeah, yes, indeed, yeah. He's done everything right. You know, even there, kept his eye on the ball. Sometimes they can be very dodgy when they come into you, and they can just come off your body. And you had lots of Dutch players running in there for the knockdown, and you know, he done ever so well. Don't think he had much chance with the goal from Robin van Persie. You know, he got into a great position. He had his legs open, and Robin saw that, and he just smashed it through it. But other than that, he's had a decent night.
Second half has been so much better than the first, thank goodness. Cameroon 1, Holland 1 is the scoreline here on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. And Cameroon have just won themselves a free kick for a foul committed by Van Bronckhorst, and he's yellow carded as well. These yellow cards could become a problem for the Netherlands.
Yeah, I'm sure lots of nations now go and look at these last 16 who have gone through. Just be careful now. You don't want these yellow cards going on, and could be a real problem.
Now it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon, wide on the right-hand side. It's a decent position for them to be in. The young striker Abubakar is in there as well. The free kick's whipped in. It's headed towards the edge of the penalty area. Shot comes back in. It's deflected from Samuel Eto'o off a Netherlands body, and it's going to be a corner away to our left. Can Cameroon take the lead here?
Just putting a little bit more pressure on there, Cameroon. You know, again, that shot there could have gone anywhere. And they got a corner out of it, and got some big guys coming up from the back, so very interesting. If Cameroon can get a goal, it really would be a shock.
and the ball's whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard area. Disappointment for Cameroon on that occasion, though, because Mbia can't control it properly. It's a header that goes well wide.
Mbia, yeah, just got in front of his man a bit. It's such a tough header, you know. He's got to try and just glance that towards the goal. He got far too much on it, and it goes well wide in the end. But much better from Cameroon. At least you know, they've had a go and they're committing players forward, and they want to try and get this winning goal.
And Holland have yet to win a corner in this match. Cameroon have had 5. Astonishing stat. As Cameroon come forward again now with Eto'o on his own. He's been backtracked though by Van Bommel, and they win it back, Holland, all the way back to their keeper Stekelenburg. Plays for Ajax in his home country. His 30th cap tonight for the Dutch keeper. And now a long ball forward. Foul committed though midway inside the Cameroon half by Stefan Mbia. That was on Huntelaar, and it's going to be a free kick to the Dutch in a reasonable position. And another substitution for Cameroon. Coming off is Chopu Moting, known as Eric. And, coming on is Idrissau for Cameroon. Mohamedou Idrissau from Freiburg. He's on for these last 19 minutes of this game.
What do you like being called best? Chopu Moting or Eric?
Eric, I think. The ball's wide on the right-hand side. The offside flag's gone up, though, from that Dutch free kick. And it remains Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1. But we're about to see the arrival of the former Chelsea man. Now with Bayern Munich, you've guessed it, Arjen Robben is about to come onto the field of play any second now. Free kick delivered, though, by the Cameroon keeper high into the sky, and, well, that's poor. It's gone wide, and it's gone out of play into touch on that far side.
Yeah, he's going to get a good 20 minutes now, Robin, just to ease himself into this, you know. This is where the tournament really begins now. You know, in the last 16, this is when you have to have your best players on the pitch, so it's all worked out okay if he's fit for the Dutch. Van der Vaart's going off, and that'll probably be the one, if he does start, who will miss out on that left-hand side. And, you know, it's a shame because he is a good player, Van der Vaart, and, you know, he's had a good game today as well.
Well, they are heading towards playing Slovakia in Durban on Monday, the Dutch. Van der Vaart, yep, you're quite right, has had a very good game, but Arjen Robben is the man who comes on, and what a welcome from the Dutch fans. His 48th cap tonight for the 27-year-old, and a final Cameroon substitution as well. Nicholas Nkolu is coming off for Cameroon, and the real showman, Rigobert Song, former Liverpool man, of course, he makes his way onto the field.
Blimey, he's got some hairdo, this fella, with Song. I think I've played against him as it goes, when he was at Liverpool, and
he's 33 now.
Decent player, he's okay, you know, getting a little bit old now, but
aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly.
137th cap tonight.
Wow, that's some record, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Remember him well when he was at Liverpool, and plays for Trabzonspor now, Rigobert Song. Arjen Robben on the field of play then, so the substitutions, the changes have been made. And now Holland move towards the halfway line with Johnny Heitinga of Everton. Plays the ball down the channel, but it's returned back into the path of Nguemo for Cameroon on the halfway line. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1 on Talksport with Nivea for Men, proud supplier to the England team. And now Holland moving forward at pace now inside the Cameroon half with Wesley Sneijder, who's been fairly quiet so far. The Inter Milan player in this game hasn't really made too much of an impact. And Cameroon now moving forward at pace back into the Netherlands half, and well, that wasn't meant to happen. It was a shot unleashed by the substitute Abubakar, the 18-year-old, and he completely miscued it.
Abubakar, yeah, I think he had a sore foot then. He's kicked the floor. The ball went about 5 yards. He really tried to put his foot behind that, and he seemed to kick the floor, and the ball went about 5 yards after that. And you can see him limping now. He's really hurt himself.
Yeah, it's double-edged really, because not only have you hurt yourself, but you're a bit embarrassed as well.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
Happens to you very often, Ray?
Yeah, it happened all the time. Don't know about that.
On the training ground as well, in front of all your teammates.
That's even worse.
Yeah. We're almost a quarter of an hour from time here in Cape Town. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1 is the scoreline. Elsewhere, Denmark 0, Japan 2. The very latest from that game. So the Netherlands heading through as group winners at the moment. Can Cameroon stifle them here? Ball's played forward towards Joel Nguemo. Midway inside the Netherlands half. He's trying to get the ball wide to the right-hand side, and it's whipped across deep towards the far post, and challenging for it, Cameroon at Idrissau, and now it's headed clear as far as Chejao for Cameroon. On the edge of the centre circle, there's plenty of possession for the Cameroon side here, and Guemo holds the ball up, midway inside the Dutch half, threads the ball through nicely now. He's fouled though, and it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon. It's a careless free kick to give away, and well, that's poor from Van Bommel. He's tripped Jean Macau, and it's going to be a free kick to Cameroon.
Yeah, it was a free kick, Van Bommel, no need for it. Now, again, good position. Ntap just having a look at this again. Probably a little bit easier sometimes. I think he was about 3 metres out before, but now it's a little bit further, more like 30 metres, and maybe he can get this up and down over the wall now. You've got a little bit more nearer when you're so close to that goal, it's hard to get it up and down over the wall, but now maybe he can get a little bit of a dip over the wall.
It's going to be a long-range shot. It's cannoned off the wall. 3 Dutch players around from that long-range free kick from Macau. Now it's back into the Cameroon possession. Ball on the right-hand side, whipped into the penalty area. Etu, the goal scorer from the penalty spot, giving the ball away now though. And here come the Netherlands once again. Oh, that's careless. They've given the ball away, not for the first time tonight. And now Cameroon comes strongly once again with Abubakar, the 18-year-old striker, holding the ball up wide on the right-hand touchline. What can they do about it? They're trying to find Eto, but the offside flag's up.
Yeah, they look like they're enjoying themselves a lot more now, Cameroon. They're knocking the ball around. They look like they're confident. That goal's really, sparked him into life, really. And if anybody looks like scoring, he's hit his own player, that free kick, who was looking back at the monitor. It was a great strike, and it smashed his own player. But if anybody looks like they're going to get this winning goal, it's Cameroon at the moment.
Well, we've got 13 minutes to go in this match on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of the 2010 FIFA World Cup South Africa. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1, Robin van Persie for the Dutch on 36 minutes, and then Samuel Eto'o from the penalty spot on 64 minutes, levelling matters in this match. As it stands, if it stays like this, the Dutch will win the group on 7 points, and Cameroon will be going home, as we just see Elia fouled, and it's going to be a free kick to Holland just inside the Cameroon half, away on that far side. It's taken short now. Wesley Sneijder holds the ball up, plays the ball square towards Van Bommel now, wide to Robben. First chance we've got to see Robben. What can he do as he puts it on his left foot, switches inside, holds the ball up and plays it back towards Heitinga, who plays the ball down the channel, was looking there to play the ball through for Boularus, but it's gone all the way back to Suleimanou Hamidjou in the Cameroon goal. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1, 12 minutes to go. And the phone line's open until 11 tonight on Talksport. Don't forget that, 08717 223344. Netherlands, ball whipped in to the penalty area. They were looking to try and steal a winner here late on. Ball's threaded through now. And then the chip ball from the edge of the penalty area is poor from Sneijder, and it goes over the bar.
Yeah, poor decision in the end from Sneijder. He'd done ever so well to get his chance, but he could never chip the keeper from there. He was on his line, and he got it well wrong and over the bar. But the Dutch, they played okay today, but it's just that cutting edge at times, and I know it's a no game for them, really. They look like they're going to be going through. They're not really up the gears if they needed to, but it's important they got a good performance in today just before they play Slovakia in this last 16 and get a little bit of confidence in their team.
And Cameroon do look dangerous when they come forward. They've won themselves a corner now on this right-hand side. Abubakar has forced the deflection off a Dutch defender, and Cameroon have got a corner with 11 minutes to go. This is decent from Cameroon then. G-Tap is going to come across and take the corner away on that far side. One apiece it is in Cape Town. Rigobert Song jostling for positions in the penalty area. Corner's going to be taken now, whipped in towards the edge of the 6-yard area. The header was up there from Idrissau, but the referee's blown up, and it's going to be a free kick to the Dutch side. So we've had 80 minutes of this game now. 10 minutes remain. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1. Let's get an update on the other game between Denmark and Japan, Ian Danta.
Japan 2, Denmark 0. and Japan are cruising into the last 16. Denmark have thrown 4 strikers on, but they are running out of ideas. Morten Olsen's side just hitting long diagonals from left and right, which the Japan defence are dealing with easily. But John Dahl Tomasson did have one effort that he really should have done better with from 6 yards out, but he fluffed his lines horribly, a goal that might have given Denmark some semblance of hope. But with time running out, less than quarter of an hour to play, it is Denmark 0, Japan 2.
Cameroon 1, Netherlands 1, the very latest here in Cape Town. Netherlands pushing for a winner. The equaliser coming from Samuel Eto'o's penalty on 64 minutes after Van der Vaart had handled the ball in the penalty area from a free kick. It was careless. Van Persie had given Holland the lead in the first half. Cameroon have had plenty of possession so far in this second half, and a good value for their level scoreline here. What a piece it is in Cape Town between Cameroon and the Netherlands. And we've just seen a free kick from Wesley Sneijder take a deflection, and it's gone wide of the right-hand post. That was a great opportunity for the Netherlands as it comes off Nigel de Jong and wide of the right-hand post.
Yeah, great effort there. I think is it gone? Yeah, it's gone for a corner. It must come off for a defender from Cameroon, gone for a corner.
So it's going to be whipped in from that far side, and a powerful header clear by Idrissau. And can tell you that Denmark have got a penalty in the other game. We'll let you know the verdict of that very shortly as we move up to the 82-minute mark here. Can tell you that Mbia has been yellow carded after illegally handling the ball for Cameroon. Still one apiece in this game on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage from Cape Town. Don't forget the phone lines open till 11 tonight. 08717 223344 is the number that gets you through to the boys. Tomasson has scored for Denmark at the second attempt with a penalty. It's Denmark 1, Japan 2. Holland now moving forward on the left-hand side. Elia was trying to get things moving midway inside the Cameroon half, but the Cameroons are able to bring the ball away now and moving forward once again wide on the left-hand side. Benoit Asuakotu, the Tottenham man, plays the ball forward down the channel. Was aiming there towards John McCown, and he's what a throw in on this near side. Asuakotu is going to take it into the latter stages of this game now in this group match, which looks like seeing Holland confirmed as group winners, especially when you see long range shots like that from Cameroon, which now falls into the path of Robben on the attack now, edge of the Cameroon penalty area. Arjen Robben unleashes a powerful shot. It's hit the post into the path of another Dutch player, and now Holland have got the lead at the second attempt, and it's Jan van Huntelaar. Arjen Robben with the shot, cannoning off the post. Klaas-Jan Huntelaar has got the goal, and Holland are surely home and dry. The AC Milan man strikes. It's Cameroon 1, Holland 2.
Wow, what a bit of play from Robben. You know, he picks the ball up, you think he's lost control, he gets it on his favoured left foot, and he just bends it. A great effort, comes off the post. Huntelaar was, as we were watching again on the monitor, it was a great bit of play from Robben. Song can't get near him. He bends the ball, hits the post. Huntelaar's coming up, and an easy tap in for Huntelaar. And now, you know, look like Holland will get all 3 points and get 9 points in this group. And that was a fantastic goal and a fantastic effort from Robben.
Surely it's game over for Cameroon. Hard to say that when there's only 1 goal difference. And Cameroon are immediately going up the other end of the field trying to make an impression here. But Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, 34th cap tonight for the 26-year-old, has got that goal which could well decide this game. The substitute doing the business on 83 minutes for the Dutch.
Yeah, and that's what Robben's all about, you know. He's just come on sub. He's such an exciting player. He runs at people. It looked like Song was going to get a good tackle in. He just jinked past him, and he just opened his body up, bent it round there, and it was a great effort. Comes off the post, and Huntelaar closing in for an easy goal for himself.
Yeah, Van Bommel has just walked away from a potentially explosive situation there with Chajao, who of course started this game after initially being on the bench, but there was a change with Alexandre Song, who didn't make the starting lineup eventually, and now Holland have got a free kick, and Robben's wide on the right-hand side. He's made more difference to this game in 5-10 minutes than a lot of the players have had in the previous 85 minutes.
He's got that quality to do that, you know. We've all seen him this year in the Champions League for Bayern Munich. He kept them going with some vital goals. And, you know, that's what he's got. He can do things like that. And it was a great bit of skill. He just dinked past Song. And he just, you know, just passed it more or less into the goal. Very unlucky not to go in off the post. Comes out and Huntelaar with an easy goal in the end. And great play from Robben, it really was.
Certainly was. And now Cameroon have the ball in the centre circle. Played short for Joel Nguemo. Can they get a consolation equaliser out of this game? Asua Kotu moving forward at pace. Plays it out wide to the left-hand side, and on the overlap is Idrissau. He's given the ball away, though. And now here come Holland once again. Robben can't keep the ball in play on this near touchline, so Rigobert Song is going to have the throw, and he'll leave it for Asua Kotu, to be fair. And it's a throw into Cameroon with 4 minutes to go in this game. Now they're coming forward again. Cameroon, ball on the right-hand side. Idrissau looking for Samuel Eto'o. Gone down on the edge of the penalty area. And it's play on as Cameroon win the ball back again. Midway inside the Netherlands half. Ball played forward towards Abubakar. And now the ball again is with Robben. Robben trying to outpace Benoit Asua Kotu, but the Tottenham man's equal to it. He's got it under control, just as Robben threatened to pounce on the break.
Yeah, nearly got in again. Kotu, good defending in the end, just covered himself. You know, Robben, his first touch, tried to get away with it, and then Kotu really good covering there and managed to get back at him. But, you know, he's made a massive difference to Holland. Just coming off that bench, very exciting player. And, you know, I can see him really lighting this World Cup up there for Holland. You know, they haven't scored many goals, but with Robben on the side, he can create chances, and he also can score chances himself.
Just to confirm, as it stands, Holland on the way through as group winners with 9 points. And Japan will join them on 6, as they're currently 2-1 up on Denmark. There's 87 minutes on the clock here in Cape Town, 86 minutes on the clock in the Denmark-Japan game. This is Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of Cameroon 1, Netherlands 2 on Talksport with Marston's pedigree. England has it. It's not been a classic by any stretch of the imagination, but we've seen the odd glimpse of decent football in this game, and Arjen Robben has definitely added to it. Coming on and making that difference. Holland coming forward on the attack again now. Ball played square inside towards Wesley Sneijder. He tried to fasten the ball through towards Ilya on the edge of the penalty area, but now Cameroon come forward again with Chejao. He plays the ball out to the right-hand side of play now. Cameroon coming forward with G-Tap on the right-hand side. He's going to put the ball back inside towards Eto'o. And now the ball's with McCown. He holds the ball up. Chejao now has the ball. Midway inside the Dutch half as Chejao tries to go round his man. He's saying that he was blocked by the defender. But the referee, again, not interested, just waves play on.
Yeah, it just looked like he was looking for that foul then. That's what it looked like to me, and I'm sure the ref thought the same. And he was very close to the incident, and you know, it just looked like he lost the ball and he ran into the player on purpose, and wasn't a foul for me. I think the ref got his spot on there.
Mark van Bommel now plays the ball out wide to Arjen Robben. Robben moving forward at pace towards the edge of the penalty area. Plays it inside. Appeals for a penalty for the Dutch here.
It's got to be.
He's not given it. And the goal scorer, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, went down in the penalty area. And the referee has not given it. It's a push. It's a blatant push, surely, from Stefan Mbeya. How is that not a penalty, Ray?
It's all over him. He's got his elbow on his neck, and he's pushed him down. You know, it's a certainty penalty. And unbelievable.
Japan are 3-1 up on Denmark and are through. That's surely confirmed now. 3-1 up on Denmark. Netherlands will win the group on 9. Japan on 6. Denmark 3, Cameroon 1. That's the way it's shaping up now. And Japan with just that one defeat at the hands of the Dutch. But they're 3-1 up on Denmark. What a result for Japan.
They've looked really solid. You know, I thought they would be bottom of the group, but they've really surprised everybody. And, you know, credit to them, really. You know, they've really gone here, organised, put a good situation. And, you know, they deserve to be there. They deserve to be in the last 16. And now they play Paraguay.
Yep. And the Dutch will play Slovakia, conquerors of Italy. That's in Durban on Monday. No easy task for the Netherlands. Bert van Marwijk will get his side together and prepare them for Monday. As we have 2 minutes to be added on at the end of this game here in Cape Town on Talksport's DAB digital radio coverage of Cameroon 1, Netherlands 2. Cameroon will be disappointed that they haven't been able to make any impression in this FIFA World Cup 2010. And they should have done so much better. They've got the players that can do so much better. But Holland have now got a throw in on that far side with Van Bronckhorst inside his own half. The flick on is there, aiming towards Schneider. But Cameroon have got the ball back in play, and Mbia back towards the halfway line now. Terrific atmosphere here as Samuel Eto'o goes deep and gives the ball away. That's poor from the Inter Milan player. Knows it's all over, I'm sure, now. But there was still no excuse. Coming forward for the Dutch is Elia, the substitute. Is he going to whip the ball in? He does across, and Rigobert Song has to chest the ball down into the path of his own goalkeeper.
Yeah, good play from Elia on that left-hand side. He had lots of pace. You know, he went past the right back there like he wasn't there. And, you know, no one was really in the box. No one's really stretched their legs now, thinking, well, we've got a 2-1, we're in front. We don't need to get in the box. Now, Huntelaar was the only man in there with about 3 or 4 Cameroon defenders. So, in the end, it was quite easy for Song to just chest it back to his keeper. But quite an exciting run there from Elia.
Just in the closing stages of this game now, the clock is winding down. Cameroon 1, Netherlands 2. Surely now, within the next 30 seconds, this game will be all over. A reminder elsewhere tonight, Denmark 1, Japan 3. Japan heading through to the knockout stages as we see Elia caught offside for Holland away to our right. The Dutch heading through as group winners. Their job is done, they know that, but it's going to be a tough one against Slovakia on Monday. You can be sure of that. Every game live and the FIFA World Cup 2010 right here on Talksport, your big game station. Referee brings the game to an end. Holland have won the group on a maximum 9 points, but they've been made to work hard for their victory tonight by Cameroon. Robin van Persie gave the Dutch the lead on 36 minutes, but then a penalty for Samuel Eto'o on 64 got Cameroon back on level terms. Then the substitute, Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, with the winner for the Dutch after Arjen Robben, another substitute, shot cannoned off the post into the path of Huntelaar, who made no mistake to shoot home the winner 7 minutes from time. Arjen Robben making a massive difference in a short amount of time, Ray Parlour.
Yeah, he did indeed when he come on. You know, you can see he's looking sharp. But, you know, you looked at that situation now, and it was an amazing game in the second half. I thought it was a much better game second half. First half was quite slow, you know, predictable. You know, Robin van Persie got the end of the chance in the first half, put Holland in front. Then it was Eto'o for the penalty spot to get the equaliser, but you know they always looked like they could get a winner, and there it was, Robin with a bit of magic off the post. Huntelaar was there to stick the ball in the back of the net, and the Dutch, you know, maximum points, and I'm sure they're looking forward to playing Slovakia in the last 16.
But quite a story elsewhere tonight. Japan 3-1 up on Denmark. They're still in action there. Let's cross over to our colleagues Ian Danter and Alvin Martin.
First time ever.
Well, they score 3 goals in 3 minutes or 4 minutes? That's the question here, Denmark. And I've got to say that they've been head and shoulders above Denmark. I mean, I think the scoreline flatters Denmark. It could have been more.
It's Okazaki retrieving possession from Japan down by the corner flag. They want more. They're not going to run it into the corner flags. They're enjoying themselves out there. Lovely ball out for Hasebe, the skipper. Ball into the area just over the head of Okazaki. Breaks for Abe. Plays the ball out left for Okubo. Honda wants it in the area. He's calling for it. Nagatoma, the left back. Back for Okubo. Inamoto now has it. Inamoto down towards the byline. Can he swing the ball over? He can. Honda at the far post. It was just over his head. But the ball is going to be giving us a free kick, is it? A free kick, is it? Yeah, Inamoto was fouled. Or was it an offside? Can't tell what the referee's given here. What we do know is that Japan have scored 3 goals, and it is a corner, I think, or a free kick rather. Yeah, free kick's been given for the foul on Inamoto as he tried to swing the crossover. Time ticking away. 3 minutes of stoppage time have been played. It's only a matter of time before the referee blows his whistle, and Japan can celebrate. Another free kick awarded for a foul on Honda down by that corner flag on the far side. and what we expected to be a tight, tense and gripping affair. Certainly seemed that way for 10 minutes, Alvin, but then Japan just went through the gears.
Yeah, well, I think two fantastic free kicks really give them a platform to go on and dominate the game, didn't it? Make really Denmark look second class. And, you know, they've been nowhere near Japan's quality, but you know, look at them, they're still trying to run with the ball now.
Honda to the edge of the area to try and score another over the bar. Goodness me, on his right peg, ran to the edge of the D and just unleashed a drive over Sorensen's crossbar. They're just taking the mickey out of Denmark now. As the full-time whistle goes, Japan have qualified out of the group stage for the first time ever on foreign soil. And don't they deserve it? A quite superb performance in Rustenburg to win 3-1 against a sorry Denmark. Keisuke Honda with a free kick on 17. Yasuhito Endo with a second free kick on the half hour. John Dahl Thomason got a penalty on 81. He missed the first ever but got the rebound in. But then Shinji Okazaki made it 3-1 with 3 minutes to play. And Alvin Martin richly deserved for the Blue Samurai.
Well, fantastic. I tell you what, I'm looking round at the Japanese fans, and they, looking at their team tonight, will think, you know what, we ain't going in to the knockout stages just to make the numbers up. We've got a team that can defend, we've got a team that can pass the ball, we've got a team that can score goals, and we've got a team with a forward as good as anyone up to this stage in the World Cup, because that's as good a centre forward display as I've seen. Honda was exceptional.
Full-time score at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium in Rustenburg. Japan 3, Denmark 1. Japan go through to the last 16.